Hello everyone, you're now with me, Ruben Gomez for TVS News. Let's moving on to the news. Brace yourself amid the continuous downpour with the tendency of flash floods hitting several districts in the state following the unexpected weather during this wet season.
Last night, the continuous downpour have caused flash floods in Batu Kitang, coupled with the rising water level of the river. As of noon, drizzling rainfall were experienced with water trends showing receding.
Air naik di kawasan ini, dia naik perlahan-lahan. Sebab sungai Sarawak kiri, apabila dia penuh, air yang mengalir pertama kali, air yang dari sebelah hilir akan naik ke atas juga. Bila air ini bertembung, ia akan melimpah ke 10 bahagian dalam kampung ini. Bahagian-bahagian yang rendah. Setakat ini, alhamdulillah, kalau harap-harap tidak hujan sebelah hulu, ia nampak semakin surut.
Nang sari hujan kemarin. Daripada kata orang pukul 7 pagi ke 6 pagi ke, dari malam ke sampai ke petangnya. Nang si berhenti-henti hujan. Dan buat masa tu, buat jam tu, ada tempatnya udah air dah turun, dah surut. Buat masa tu lah. Kemungkinan kita harap-harap hujan tu si berterusan, harap-harap petang tu air akan terus surut dah, terus si ada banjir lagi lah.
Meanwhile, Sarawak Fire and Rescue Department Zone 1 Chief Yusri Basri said the department are prepared for any possibility of floods in low-lying regions and coastal areas. He also advised the public to be vigilant during this rainy season.
Iaitu musim yang memang kita akan hadapi tiap-tiap tahun, di mana kita punya persiapan dari segi keanggotaan dan juga peralatan sememangnya telah disiap sedia lah untuk menghadapi musim banjir. Okey, di samping kita bersedia 24/7 untuk menerima panggilan-panggilan kecemasan, terutamanya panggilan banjir.
If the flood situation prolonged, Yusri said appropriate measures would be executed, such as evacuating flood victims to the flood relief centres.
Sekiranya isu banjir berlarutan, sememangnya jabatan telah bersiap sedia dari segi kelengkapan dan juga keanggotaan untuk memindahkan penduduk ataupun masyarakat.
The Malaysian Meteorological Department METMALAYSIA has issued a bad weather warning with very heavy rain expected to continue in certain areas of Sarawak until Thursday.
METMALAYSIA in a statement that continuous heavy rainfall are expected in Kuching, Serian, Samarahan and Sri Aman. Similar weather will be expected in the central region in Betong, Sarikai, Sibu and Mukah. East wind speed with over 60 kilometers per hour and waves above 4.5 meters is expected to happen in the coastal areas of Sarawak and other states, namely Kelantan, Terengganu, Pahang and East Johor at the same period.
On a similar development, the Sarawak River Board continues the operation to flush the Sarawak River water level upstream of Kuching Barge until the water level reach 5.30 meters.
Citing a local news publication, the Sarawak Rivers Board Chairman Datuk Murni Suhaili, the water level at Kuching Barrage had reached 8.75 meters as of 7 a.m. today. He further added that the water level of Sarawak River had in fact dropped from 10.40 meters after an operation to flush the water started at 3:37 a.m. early this morning. As such, the king tide in Sarawak is expected to reach 6 meters at 5:33 p.m. today.
At the same time, there are several roads crack reported in Bau due to the continuous heavy rain fall on Tuesday, which subsequently triggers a landslide.
According to State Assemblyman Tasik Biru Datuk Henry Jinep, informed that several areas in Bau are experiencing floods, landslide and sunken roads due to the heavy rainfall that occurred yesterday. Among affected areas are Kampung Atas, Kampung Apar, Kampung Subabuan, Kampung Barieng and many more. Jinep pointed out that several areas are experiencing flash flood due to the landslide that occurs at the top hill of Singai area. Those badly affected are Kampung Barieng Segong villages with their access route cut off from the debris following the aftermath of the landslide. Meanwhile, road damage were reported in between Kampong Suba Bandar and Kampong Grogol Bau. The authorities were alerted at around 8 a.m. following a Facebook posting that went viral. Road users are advised to be careful and alert when traveling in the area and avoid speeding. The authorities were dispatched at the location to monitor the land, and several safety regulation and procedures are implemented.
Welcome back. The Malaysian Embassy in the United States cautioned Malaysians to remain vigilant, avoid protest areas, and adhere to guidelines and safety instructions imposed by the local authorities in Washington, D.C. The embassy added that this was necessary to ensure the safety and well-being of Malaysians.
The embassy, as well as the consulate general offices in New York and Los Angeles, will continue to monitor developments and will advise Malaysians. The embassy said this in response to media reports of planned protests in all 50 United States capitals in the final days leading to the president-elect Joe Biden's inauguration on January 20. The embassy said to date it has not received any reports of Malaysian students having difficulties with access to food or basic necessities. It added that the relevant student affairs department at the embassy are also in touch with the students and will reach out to assist them whenever necessary.
Since the impositions of the CMCO in Kuching, Cebu and Miri Division, the public would need travel permits to travel in and out of these areas. However, members of the public can go to any police station nearest to them to get the inter-district travel permit.
Cebu District Police Chief Assistant Commissioner of Police Stanley Jonathan Ringgit said although Cebu is a red zone, the public can get permit from any police station, not just the Cebu Central Police Station. Met during his visit to a roadblock at the Paradome roundabout 14 kilometers from Cebu, Stanley said this was to avoid any unwanted congestion and flouting of the physical distancing rule at the Cebu Central Police Station. On a related matter, he said police will take stern action against those found violating the standard operating procedure, especially their home quarantine as well as food outlet operators. He explained that no compound will be issued to those who flout their home quarantine and food operators who operate beyond the stipulated time, but they will be immediately charged in court.
Amid the impositions of the Movement Control Order and nationwide state of emergency, plans and programs to assist entrepreneurs in these trying times will not be derailed.
In a statement, Entrepreneur Development and Cooperatives Minister Datuk Seri Dr. Wan Junaidi Tuanku Jaafar gave such assurance today. He cited the execution of the second phase of the Entrepreneur and Cooperative Recovery Plan with an approved budget of 17.1 million ringgit under the Ministry of Entrepreneur Development and Cooperatives. Contained in the recovery plan are the e-commerce onboarding coaching program, I4.0 accelerator program, technopreneurship for young graduates, adoption of digital solution, recovery initiatives for social enterprise, and program Penjana community. Wan Junaidi said training and entrepreneurial development programs will be carried out virtually by agencies under MEDAC, such as the National Entrepreneurship Institute, SME banks, as well as Cooperative Institute of Malaysia or Institute Koperasi Malaysia. Meanwhile, financing programs by agencies such as SME Bank, Bank Rakyat, and Tekun will continue as usual.
Malaysia Airlines Berhad is offering passengers the flexibility to rebook their travels with a one-time fare difference and service fee waiver. This announcement was made following the enforcement of the Movement Control Order in 6 states and interstate travel ban imposed by the government.
In a statement, it said the rebookings must be made on or before June 30th, 2021 for travel to be completed by December 31st, 2021. The airline will continue to operate with reduced frequency, upholding its obligation as the national carrier and supporting worldwide cargo movement with sister airline MAP Cargo. Meanwhile, Group Chief Executive Officer Captain Izam Ismail said that with the recent spike in COVID-19 cases in the country, Malaysia Airlines urged passengers to adhere to all safety measures that have put in place on ground and on board to support the government's effort in curbing and breaking the chain of the infection. To provide a safer travel experience, he said Malaysia Airlines and its sister airlines, Firefly and Mars Wings, introduced the Fly Confidently campaign to educate passengers on the enhanced measures implemented across touchpoints at airport and on board. These measures include mandatory usage of face masks, frequent aircraft disinfection, and the assurance of the aircraft HEPA filters that are proven to filter out 99.97% of viruses on board.
Well, that's all for me. That's conclude the news for TVS News 5 p.m. Tonight, 9 p.m. with Ghazali Zawawi for Gaspirasi, and at 11:30 p.m. for the Nightline with Cheryl Shamina at 11:30 p.m. Remember, Ruben Gomez, anytime, anywhere. Thank you.